my Facebook up here so I can see what you see. It is Tuesday, April the 20th, which means that it's 420 for those of us who celebrate, and the rest of you guys don't sit here and judge because we like to enjoy some 420 festivities. Me and my friends, me and my friends are actually going to get together later, just to talk and chat and all that stuff. But here for 20, they have like a little festival. I don't know if they do a lot, but they do some things, And like I said to you guys before, Atlanta is open, so we don't know what is going to go on, but we know that it's going to be fun. So those of you who do celebrate 420, happy, hungry, and sleepy to you. And those who don't judge. We just out here having fun and living life. So I hope you guys are doing amazing, and I want to thank you guys for coming on this morning because I really have something to talk about today, and I really want to talk about what it means to embrace your struggle. And I'm not going to keep you long, but it's something that I have been working on. And when I say working on, like daily. It's been, hey, Stacy. She's one of my friends we're going to enjoy. So it's one of the things that I have been working on for a very long time. Only because when we are doing this work, ladies, you have to understand the process of mindset shifting and changes. A lot of things that you were taught and learned, you have to actually unlearn. And like I tell you guys before, hey Tony, it is very difficult to go ahead and sort of change that mindset as you progress to becoming the person that you want to be. So, I always tell stories and I always tell you guys something in my life because I want you to understand that this work that we're doing and how we're moving our lives forward is really a real thing. So these are my notes from this morning, right? These are my notes from this morning because I got up this morning and I said to myself, I said, Gloria, what is it that is really um, is really bothering you, and what is it that you are really putting out there? Because when you are looking at your life and you're seeing things that you want and you're working towards all of these things, and it doesn't matter what it is, it could be weight loss, business, all this stuff. Are you truly, one, doing what you love to do? And then two, are you truly um, working towards it because it's something that you love, right? So when I got up this morning, I was thinking and I was saying to myself, there's a board that I look at every morning. I have two of them. And there are two boards that I look at, and I always sit there and say, how can I make this better? How can I make the I'm Loving Me project better for you guys? How can I grow? How can I make things happen? And one of the things that I had to realize this morning, ladies, is that saying those things to myself, I was actually um, vibrating the negative aspects of things that I don't have. Let me tell you what I mean. The reason why I'm asking myself this question is not because I want to be able to grow, that's part of it, but because I feel like I don't have something. Does that make sense? The reason why I'm questioning myself every day is because I believe I don't have what I want. And because I believe I don't have what I want, I'm not getting what I want because I'm vibrating all the things that I don't have, and basically vibrating out of this thing of lack, right? And I'm saying to myself, well, that can't be, because it's good to ask these questions, right? You struggle to make things work in your life. You are working hard and you busting your ass at work and you trying to make things happen. And what you're doing, or what I discovered, is that you're fighting against something that you are running from. Does that make sense? You're telling yourself, I will feel better when I get that. My life will be good when I get that. The reason why I don't have that is because of something that I am doing wrong. I hope you're getting that. And what we're doing is, or what I'm doing, is that I'm not allowing myself to embrace the struggle of what it means to allow yourself to plant a seed and water that seed and allow it to grow, and understand that the germination process is happening, that the growth process is happening. You don't have to go back and dig up the seed and say, hey, how much have you grown today? Does it make sense to everybody? So the embracing of the struggle comes from you allowing yourself to be able to take the good with the bad and being patient with everything that you're doing, right? So for me, I was getting impatient. I was saying to myself, why in the hell is this thing not happening the way it's supposed to? Why am I sitting here not getting the numbers that I need? Or if I'm at work, I'm saying, why are we not doing what we supposed to do? Right. And what I found is when I was doing that, the only thing that I'm invoking is more of the stuff that I don't want. And the reason why we do that is because life tells us to. Society tells us to. You go ahead and you see something wrong in your life, you need to correct it, right? If you got a goal, you need to go ahead and bust your ass and make it happen, right? But what we don't do is we don't embrace the struggle of it all. We don't have that farmer's patience, as to what they call it, right? And if you don't know what the farmer's patience is this: the farmer's patience is, he knows or she knows when she plants a seed, she's not worried about if it's going to grow or not. She knows that it's going to grow. She understands, and he understands, that it's going to go through a process. And the way that they take care of that seed is that you have to water it every day, because you know that the harvest is coming. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense to everybody. So when you are struggling with things and you're asking yourself questions, why is not working out for you? You're doing it wrong. You have to be able to embrace the struggle and know that challenges are going to come. That's just a part of life. You have to understand that there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days, because your mind is always taking stuff in. You're looking at things on TV, you're looking at things in social media, you're comparing yourself to other people, you're looking at stuff outside of you, saying, how in the world they got that and I don't, right? How did they get that and I am still struggling? How in the world is how in the world am I supposed to pull this off and I'm having so many challenges? We got to be able to allow ourselves to feel what we feel, be okay with that. And like I told you guys, the answer is to fall in love with your life now. That's the answer. And that's what I got this morning. If you are waiting to be happy when you get that, or you're waiting to be happy when you get money, or when you get that relationship, or when you get whatever it is that you're looking for, you're playing the wrong game. In order for you to get what you want and to know that life is going to be what you want it to be, you have to be able to fall in love with the good and the bad of your life and stay focused on the thing that you love and just do what you love. Don't do it because you want that or need that or I gotta have that. You're doing it because you love it. You're doing it because it's a part of you, right? You're doing it because it is your nature. It is who you are, right? That's why I talked about yesterday. You got to be honest about yourself. You have to be honest about what you like. You have to be honest with other people. You get it? And I know it's a little bit difficult this morning because you are the things that you're probably working on or the things that you say that you want in your life. We are nervous to embrace the struggle because we don't want no pain. You get it? We try to run from pain as much as we can because we don't want to be disappointed. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want to feel like we are a failure. So what we do is we turn our heads away from the pain and we say to ourselves, well, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to see that. In the name of Jesus, I speak, prosperity and things over my life, and that's not going to happen. And the devil made me do it. All that stuff that we make up, right? Where in reality, we got to know, especially now when you are walking this new journey, that the seeds that you have planted and your new way of being, you have to be able to embrace the struggle of what it means to become this new person that you want to be. See, what I was doing, I was comparing. I was comparing what I've done in the past and saying to myself, well, why is this shit not working now? Right? Like, why is it taking so long to do one thing? And how come it is more difficult to get this thing off the ground and make it work? And then I had to sit back and say to myself, Gloria, what is it that you're doing? Are you running a race or is this a marathon? Are you doing what God told you to do? Or are you trying to prove something to yourself? Are you falling in love with what you're doing? Or are you just trying to be this ambitious person to get what you want and then call it a day? Right? Because see, back then life was different. It was go, 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 do this, do that. Where now, when you fall in love with what you want, naturally, like the farmer, the harvest comes. Even though he embraces so much struggle, his crops can grow. And what is the first thing? You got to be able to get rid of pests. That's a challenge. You got to be able to get rid of the animals. That's a challenge, right? You got to be able to deal with the weather. That's a challenge. And all of those things are outside of your control because you don't know what's going to come up for you. Does that make sense? So you have to be able to be open and embrace that and know that challenges will occur. Things will happen. And when they do come up, How do you handle those things? You don't fall off the bridge and then get upset and say, why me? And how did this happen to me? And see, nothing ever works for me when I try, right? You don't do that. What you do is you say to yourself, well, now that this issue is here, let's see how I can actually work through it and come out on the other side. You're going to get bruised. You might not like what's going to happen, but I promise you, you will survive, right? And if we get comfortable in knowing that things are going to be uncomfortable and that life is filled with ups and downs and chaos and challenges, then we will really start to see just how amazing life is. Because when you think about it, ladies, you can't have light without dark, because it is in the darkness that the light shines. You can't have winter without summer, because it is in the winter where the rejuvenation happens, that you get to enjoy the harvest of the summer, right? Or spring, right? It is in the suffering that you appreciate life, because it's in the suffering that you discover just how resilient you are. You hear what I'm saying? It is in your well doing that you discover who you truly are. And so we have to get comfortable with that and understand that. I wrote this for myself because I was just saying to myself, I was like, man, I don't I'm getting caught up, right? I'm getting caught up in this whole idea of what I should be. And that's going to happen. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. That is going to happen. Why? Because we're looking at so many things that's outside of ourselves. That's why it's important to turn things off and be able to have inner reflection. That's the whole purpose of journaling. That's the whole purpose of keeping yourself grounded, because when you don't, it is easy for you to start to believe that there are things outside yourself as to why you're not doing what you need to do, right? So I said to myself, I wrote it and I'm gonna read it to y'all. And it's kind of humbling because it's true. I said, you're focusing on what you don't have, and you're also comparing to your past. And then I wrote, to fix this, you have to be okay with where you are. You have to accept yourself for where you are on the scale and keep your mind focused on where you're going. That's the only way you can progress, Gloria. So don't focus on why you're not where you want to be. Keep watering your seed. Keep giving value. Keep working your plan. Keep getting the word out. Keep spreading the good news and have fun doing it. Keep inspiring and loving and talk to anyone who will listen. Keep working and watching God work. Know that you're doing an amazing job. Know that what you're doing and creating is going to change nations. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on where you're going. Don't focus on comparing to your past. It is nowhere compared to where you're going in your future. Remind yourself as to why you got in this in the first place. Remember the purpose. Remember and renew your mind every day of the goal. Be okay with where you are and know that it is temporary, right? We got to be able to remind ourselves when we are in the struggle, the reason why we're doing what we're doing, right? Because it's so easy to get off course. It's so easy to get distracted. And it's so easy for you to just go off the deep end and get unfocused and quit. If you don't remind yourself who you are and embrace what is happening right now, then it will be an uphill climb to where you want to go and where you want to be. You have to be able to go with the flow regardless of where you are in your life. You have to be comfortable with being broke. You have to be comfortable with learning. You have to be comfortable with being in the process in where you are right now. Because it's only in the process of where you are right now where you're able to learn and grow to the next level. It's only in the process right now where you get to understand just how resilient you are and how you can go ahead and take your life to the next level. It's only in the process of where you are right now where you can make sound decisions about how you want to move forward. When we put so many things in our mind and we put so many people's opinions and all this clutter, we don't make the right decisions. I put up a thing on my Instagram that, I hate when people put their fears and their opinions on me. And I tell them, look, I gotta battle with my own damn mind. I gotta battle with myself every day. And that shit is hard, right? Every day I gotta renew my mind about who I am and where I'm going. Every day I have to sit and tell myself, I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job. It is okay. Why? Because for so many years, my mind was programmed to say something different. And in order for me to have something different, to live a different way, I got to be able to practice where I'm going and where I want to be. And with that becomes a struggle because half of the time I have to accept this new me because half of the time when I'm saying it, I don't believe it. Does that make sense? Half of the time, the things that you talk about and what you say to yourself, you don't believe. And because you don't believe, you get stagnant. And because you have some kind of fear, you don't move. And because you are afraid of what's to come, you just stay comfortable in where you are. And what I have to tell you is every day you have to look at struggle in the face and you have to say, I see you, I know you're there, and it is okay. Because I know on the other side of this is something amazing. So I embrace you and we're going to work through this. I don't have the money that I have now, and that is okay, right? My life is not where it is right now, and I am okay with that. But I am going to fall in love with my life, with what I have right now, even if I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Because I know that if I fall in love with what I have now and I have the gratitude and the love, that something is going to come up that is going to give me more. An idea is going to birth in me where I am able to move my life to a different level. Something or someone is going to come along to show me how to grow. Does that make sense? When you fall in love with your life, with where you are, and you embrace the struggle, then and there is where you can really find out who you are and what you want and birth something different. And as we know, it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you're Bill Gates, if you are Elon Musk, if you have all the money in the world. Ladies, everybody struggles with this. Everybody struggles with this because you are programmed to have more. You are programmed to be more, do more, right? You are programmed that way. So don't think that you are alone. The reason why I share my stories with you and so candid, because I want you to understand that this journey that you're walking on and becoming this new person, this shit is real. And it's not all flowers every day. And you don't have to be ashamed that all days are not good days. You don't have to be ashamed of that. You embrace it. You don't have to be upset when things don't turn out the way you wanted them to turn out. You have to be able to embrace it, right? Because you're on a journey. There are going to be bumps along the way, right? But what you do is you say to yourself, I am okay with what it is that I have right now, and I am going to fall in love with my life for where it is right now. I'm not going to wait to fall in love with my life when I get that. When I get that new man, when I get that new job, when my business takes off, when my kids get out the house, right? I'm not going to do that. I am going to do that now. And anything that comes up for me, any challenges that I experience, I can say, I see you. I know that you are there. And some way, somehow, we're going to get through this. It's like that, what's a great example, y'all? Is that Billie Holiday song, Good Morning Heartache, right? Now, we know that she was singing about the fact that she had an addiction, right? And she was singing to her addiction, right? But it's the same concept. When you say good morning heartache, good morning struggle, here we go again, right? Good morning problems, here we go again. But it's okay. Sit down and we're going to see how we can work this thing out. Because I know that this too shall pass and you're not going to be here forever. You're here right now and you're in my face right now, but you're not going to be here forever. So, what is it that you are here to teach me? What is it that I'm supposed to learn? How am I supposed to use you to grow? Right? What am I supposed to be doing? Because you're here for a reason. Because see, when we're not working on stuff, have you noticed? When you're not working on anything and when you're not pursuing anything, life is just regular. You don't have no problems because you ain't doing shit. Have you noticed that? When you are not pursuing something and when you're not working on anything, you don't have any problems because you are okay with what you have. You are settled in whatever it is that you want, right? But when you decide that you want something else, that you want something better, that's where the struggle happens. And that's only because, like I keep telling you, ladies, you're doing something different. And it takes practice. So that's my message for you ladies today. Understand and know that you have to be able to embrace the struggles, embrace the challenges. Don't let it question where you're going, because that's what it did to me. It made me start to question, where are you doing this right? Is everything okay? No, you don't do that. I'm going to read you something that really took me it actually almost made me cry, because I've, like I told you guys, I've been in this for maybe like 2 weeks now. And then my publicist sent me this message from some woman. I don't know where it came from, but she said, "Good morning." It's right here in the text. It's not that long. She said, "Good morning. I first want to say thank you for being the powerful woman of color you are. I just wanted to let you know your live videos help me keep pushing. I just wanted to share a brief bio to encourage others. I'm in school full time and I live in a hotel and have been for a few years. I've had some obstacles, but God. As of today, I am engaged, have started a nonprofit, and we are in the process of building a house. I say all this to say I had to ask myself what I wanted. And as I listen to you, I know I'm going forward and I have been able to bless people even now. So thank you. My faith has carried me, but your words have confirmed. The name of my nonprofit is called Keep Inspiring Survivor Stories. My goal is to help young adults coming out of drug rehab, jail, issues at school, etc., seeing what it takes to help stay on track, helping them find out what they want to do and to reach their goals. And so for me, it makes me tear up because I'm saying to myself, why are you being so hard on yourself? You are doing what God has told you to do. Keep doing that. Stay focused on that. Know that the things that you want and you can have, it is out there for you, right? Embrace the challenges and the struggles, because at the end of the day, ladies, it is not for you. It is not for you. You are the vessel. You are the sacrifice. Don't question it. Embrace it and continue to do the work. Because at the end of the day, all of this stuff, and it's not just about me, I'm just sharing my story. I want you to think about you in this, right? It is not about you, it's about that next person that God has told you to get. Go help, go inspire. It is about you standing up for yourself and being that resilient person you know you are. So it's not about comparing, it's about constantly reminding yourself and falling in love with your life, because your life is not your own. And that's exactly what Jesus knew. And that's exactly why you make the ultimate sacrifice. And that is the lesson I've learned. So when struggle comes, you embrace it, because you know you're playing a bigger game. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. You're playing a bigger game than what you see. And he knows you are strong enough to handle it. And when you feel like you're not, remind yourself of who you are. And if you don't know who you are, talk about where you're going. Be blessed and feel the gratitude of where you are, because that will carry you and help you continue to move forward. And that's it. That is it. 100%. And I guarantee you, ladies, nobody is ever going to tell you that, because so many people are so ashamed to say that they are afraid. They are so ashamed to say that they don't know, because they believe that they have to carry on this persona, where in actuality, you don't have to. You can be yourself. You can love what you do, and you can fall in love with the life that you have now. Okay? So I love y'all, and I thank y'all for listening. And I really hope you get that. Don't worry about the struggles, embrace them, because they're there to teach you something, and they are there to help you grow. So don't run from them. Allow them to come into your home and allow them to teach you something, because on the other side of that is your blessing. And remember that. Okay? I love you guys. I gotta go. Enjoy your 420 if you do. I know I will. And I'll